Hi, I'm Brett Parker, multimedia specialist for Dairy Foods Magazine. And today we're highlighting Clementine's ice cream, which is introducing four new flavors just in time for Halloween: Midnight Cherry Bite, Hot Honey Cinnamon, Vegan Franken Crunch, and Pumpkin Orange Cardamom. Here to discuss this is Jovana Vukanic, Communications Bon Vivant for Clementine's Ice Cream. Jovana, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me and for having Clementines.
So could you please tell us about the initial inspiration behind these four new flavors?
Yeah, absolutely. So every year, we like to experiment with things that are like new and fresh for that year. So that's why in our collection for this Halloween, you'll see matcha and cherry brownie, things that are both new and inspired by like popular snacks and drinks, but also classic chocolate type flavors that you think of when you think of like Halloween candy.
Now, these new flavors seem to play upon an eclectic mix of different tastes. Was there one particular flavor that was more challenging to get right than the others?
Yes, I think our pumpkin orange cardamom flavor was us trying to elevate pumpkin spice because we've all had it, we all know what it is. So what's that but with different flavor profiles? And so our dedicated research and development chef dedicated a lot of time to playing with different spices and juices to see what would complement pumpkin that was unexpected. So I would say the pumpkin orange cardamom flavor is really it's like a flavored journey for your taste buds. It's something that you haven't tasted before.
Do you find around Halloween season that there's certain flavors that tend to be more popular with consumers than others?
Absolutely. We feel like last year we really hit the nail on the head with our Monster Mash flavor, and that was a chocolate ice cream with candy mixed in. And then we served it at our ice cream parlors with little candy eyeballs. So what we found from that versus the flavors from this year is that people are really looking for an ice cream that they could probably use all of their Halloween candy, put it in ice cream, and that's the flavor. We didn't do it this year, but we've realized just from customer feedback that that's something that they really liked last year and will probably continue to do it for Halloween moving forward.
Has crafting a Halloween ice cream product taught you anything new about the art of ice cream creation?
I'm sure for our R&D chef, she would say yes, because she did a lot of tests in addition to the pumpkin flavor, making a matcha ice cream with things inside of it that aren't just matcha forward. It can be very difficult since it's such a like polarizing flavor. And so I would say she probably learned a lot of the flavor preferences that come with creating a matcha product. And for us and for her, we landed at matcha with vanilla and with strawberry.
So do you feel your company does something different with ice cream that similar companies do not?
Oh, absolutely. I think from a very baseline level, we make our ice cream as a micro creamery, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but that's like a very specific term that we use in the ice cream industry. And so the way we like to explain it is if you think of a microbrewery, it's like unique artisan beer. We're the same thing for ice cream. And so we actually have five standards that we adhere to kind of own that micro creamery classification. And that is an all natural dairy base. We have a low overrun. So the air that we pump into the ice cream when we freeze it, it's around 30%, whereas your typical gallon at the grocery store is 100 to 120% overrun. We have a high percentage of butter fat. Our ice creams are anywhere between 16 to 18% butter fat, and that's what gives it that really creamy, luscious texture and what makes the flavor like melt on your tongue and the flavors actually stay there. And then we also hand make almost all of the inclusions that go in the ice cream. So if there's a cookie, cake, or pie, our in-house bakery makes them. Otherwise, we're collaborating with a partner. So, like for example, we just had a collaborative flavor with Andre's chocolates from Kansas City, and so we used their candy in that flavor. And then the last thing we do is everything is small batch. So every single ice cream flavor is made like it's one at a time. One person works on it for an entire day. They seed the inclusions in, they scoop them into pints. Like everything we do is very small batch and intentional. And I think um, that's the key differentiator for Clementines in the ice cream industry.
Wonderful. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Jovana Vukanic of Clementine's Ice Cream, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Brett. I appreciate being here.
And thank you all for watching.